Yeah, I want to show something that is your cheapest optimal health supplement. What vitamins, there's actually your body needs all the vitamins, all the minerals, all the proteins, all the nutrients. Yes, you really can't live by one vitamin, but there are certain other vitamins that are more important to have, and if you have more than the recommended daily requirement, you will be much more healthy, because they do a lot more than just regulate the functions that the major medical people talk about. Now, what I'm talking about is vitamin C. Now, you can buy the pills, and I don't really want to show this brand. This is a cheaper brand. You can buy the pills. The pills get expensive. Now, one thing I also want to mention before I get into what I'm going to be really talking about is, if you're going to take a lot of vitamin C, avoid this type, ester C. Ester C is has calcium. It's a calcium ascorbate. It's fine to take if you don't take a lot of it, but if you take a lot of vitamin C and it's a calcium ascorbate versus sodium ascorbate, you'll get too much calcium. You don't need that much calcium. It's fine if you're taking one a day, but I'm talking about taking higher doses of it. Now, if you take a higher dose of a vitamin, it gets expensive. Even if you're buying bulk vitamin pills like this, 2-packs and stuff, it still gets expensive. The better way to get it cheap, if you're going to make a mega dose on vitamin C, is to buy powder. Now, I'm showing, this is not a bad deal, Swanson vitamin C powder. I don't want to get into the brands, but I guess I will, because I look for the best deal. But one of the better deals, I get it from this guy's, this Rhino place, and I guess there's other places out there, but I don't know which ones are even better deal than this. This is just plain vitamin C, ascorbic acid. And I know some people say it's not the original, it's not the natural type, but it's actually the type that a lot of doctors use that were practicing quote-unquote alternative medicine to heal viruses and heal the body. They were actually using this intravenously. Now, you can't use it intravenously unless you're a doctor or a qualified medical professional, but you can use it orally, which pales in comparison to using it intravenously, but it's still very beneficial. Now, Dr. Who's a PhD, a chemist who's a PhD and a 2-time Nobel Peace Prize winner, Dr. Linus Pauling, talked about taking 15,000 to 30,000 milligrams of vitamin C a day, which is 15 grams to 30 grams. That could get pretty expensive if you're buying the pills, but the best way to take it, in my opinion, is just to buy like a kilogram bag of powder. You notice non-GMO, right? I don't really want to advertise for these people, but I've got to tell you what I'm doing, So, I already know how much a gram is. It's this scoop, because that's 100% pure vitamin C powder. It tells you what the measurement is. So I always take the bulk packs of kilograms, or you can get even bigger packs than that, put it in this thing, and then I use this, the scooper, then I put it in here, which this is juice. And this is, right now, that's cranberry juice, mainly cranberry juice. And because I like taking it in a pretty tart juice. I don't know how many I put in there, 5, 6, whatever. And it kind of cuts down, well, I could drink it anyway, but I learned that to drink something that tastes good. But then I mix it up with a juice. Now, the juice has the complete vitamin C in it already, because I know some people criticize ascorbic acid as not being the whole vitamin C, but it's ascorbic acid that does provide a lot of benefits to the body itself. So you can get, camu berry type of vitamin C, but it's very expensive. I mean, you're going to pay many times more than if you just bought ascorbic acid vitamin C powder by the kilogram. I don't know what the heck is even, if there's any bioflavonoids in here. Packaged in the USA, which means probably foreign, and then they packed it up here. But anyway, it's non-GMO though. So I buy it that way because it's cheaper. And sometimes I buy these pills too, but I mainly take the powder because it's a lot cheaper. I take 30,000 milligrams of vitamin C a day, or sometimes maybe 26 or 28,000. Sometimes I don't quite get 30,000, but a lot of it I take in a juice like this because it doesn't taste bad and it's easier to take, and the juice has all the natural ingredients. It's not like I'm just taking some synthetic vitamin C. Now, vitamin C is a very powerful antioxidant, and the only side effect of taking too much vitamin C orally is that you're probably going to have to run to the bathroom and take a crap to just put it one way or the other, because your body can't absorb that much of it that quick. So you want to take this in smaller doses. That's another reason I like putting it in a drink like this, because you can drink it a little bit at a time with some ice. Now, if you wind up taking too much vitamin C or it makes you go to the bathroom, that is not something bad too, because what that's doing is cleaning out your GI tract, your gastrointestinal tract, of a lot of microbes. It's actually, when it's going through your intestines, your stomach, and everything, your large intestines, it's actually neutralizing toxins and scrubbing the colon walls, more or less, of bad material that's in there, microbes, the type of microbes that are bad for the body, not the good microbes. See, this doesn't harm the good microbes. It's actually good for the good microbes. It's only bad for the bad microbes. In a way, this is almost like an antibiotic. But beyond being an antibiotic, it's only an antibiotic to the bad stuff. It's fine with the good bioflora. So it's far superior to a pharmaceutical antibiotic. The other side of it is, it greatly helps the body to repair and rejuvenate. It also neutralizes toxins. I shouldn't say removes, neutralizes. Now, if you're a doctor and you can administer this intravenously, and say you're exposed to radiation, you can counteract all those bad free radicals from radiation if you got enough intravenous vitamin C. I mean, yeah, there's a limit to how much radiation, how much vitamin C is going to be able to work fast enough against radiation. But any type of problem like that, or whether it's chemicals or whatever, or radioactive materials that you ever got in contact with or was in the air, this can help neutralize it. But overall, it helps the body repair itself and keeps the body younger and more vibrant. So this is the cheapest nutrient that offers the most to your health. And I want to say a couple more things about it. I actually said it on my other channel, on other videos, but we're going to be talking on this American Russian Survival channel, and want fellow Russians to understand this information too, because maybe they don't get it from other places. And as I said, the cheapest way to get this stuff is bulk, powder. These pills are quite a bit of money. And one other thing I like adding to the juice is lemon juice. This is like a no-name brand, well, Walmart, whatever the hell it is. It's pure lemon juice, and lemon juice has got a little vitamin C to it, and adding that to, that's mainly cranberry juice in there, kind of cuts down that taste of, which I'm not complaining about, but if you want it to taste the best, it tastes a little bit better. Lemon juice is, of course, it has vitamin C in it. This is natural stuff. It's not artificial. And it also, even though lemon juice is very acidic itself, when it's absorbed in the body or broken down in the body, it's very alkalizing, which means it's a electron donor, which is good. Now, I talked about real briefly, I had this on other videos, but I want to make sure it gets on this channel. There is a way around getting vitamin C into the immune system and boosting up and supercharging the immune cells very powerfully without using intravenous methods and, you know, very simple methods. And I don't really want to pump this brand of, you know, I'm not doing this because somebody's telling me to pump this brand of vitamin C. This is not the only brand out there that has true lipospheric vitamin C, but this is from Live On Labs, and it's one of the original ones. The lipospheric vitamin C that you make in the electronic cleaner, it's a little bit better than just taking plain oral vitamin C. More of it gets in the bloodstream, but none of it is true lipospheric. None of it is. Absolutely zero. And I'm relaying that information from what Dr. Thomas Levy wrote. Okay, so I believe him. If you don't want to believe him, I believe him. Okay, this stuff is true lipospheric vitamin C. This stuff works way better than intravenous vitamin C. You just take it orally. You open up the pack. You can put it in there, but I just take it down, like I just take out the stuff right from the pack itself. And, you know, there's been cases, I've read documented cases, I'm not going to say this definitely works, but there's people who have had like jungle hemorrhagic fever, and less than this box, I think it was not like half this box, like 15 or 12 or 15 of these things, knocked it out in a couple days. That sounds like pretty tall claim, and I don't want people to rely on that information, because I read that from medical journals, and, you know, seeing is believing, and I have not tested that myself, but I know that I keep a lot of this on hand, because if I ever got sick with a flu or anything like this, I would take a lot of this and this together. But as a daily dosing, I do the vitamin C powder, and I'll take a pack of this every once in a while too. I'll take some of this once in a while too. Just want to throw that information out. And I use the powder in juice because the juice has the vitamin C in it already. And sometimes I add, a lot of times I add a little bit of 100% lemon juice into it, because it's got the full natural type of vitamin C. It's not just the ascorbic acid, but the ascorbic acid is still very, very, very good. It's like, if you try to get all natural the 100% natural vitamin C and camu berry powder or something, it's going to cost you many, many, many more times than just this. So what are you getting for the money? What can you afford? This is affordable. I forget what this pack costs, but it is a lot cheaper to buy it this way than it is even to buy it in these pills in bulk discount, where you got a 2-pack where there's like 250 tablets in each one. This is much, much cheaper. And since I already bought this, I have the measuring scoop in there to know exactly what a gram is. So you might want to buy this first initially. It's not that much money. It's a little bit more than buying that. And now then you have the measuring device. You got a little thing to put it in from the pack. That's what I always do. And, you know, I just keep this around as my little thing that I measure it from and keep it sealed. And then when I open up this pack, I just roll it a few times and I put a couple of clamps on it to keep it from getting air in it, and I just put it in the refrigerator. And as I use this up, I just keep using this container as my everyday container to make my mix of vitamin C. But this is beyond just health and healing. It does a lot for preventing disease. It could do a lot for helping you get well. It could do a lot for strengthening the body, sports recovery, recovering from injuries. It's not just health, it's also healing. It's also anti-toxic. It's also anti-free radical. It's also longevity. You'll live longer by taking more vitamin C every day. In general, all things being equal. And if you really, and if you have loads of money, you want to take loads of this every day, this would be a good thing to take too. But this can add up. I mean, if you're taking 10, 15, 20 bucks of this every day, it's going to add up to hundreds of dollars every month, right? I mean, so I don't do too much of this because there's a lot of the things you'd like to buy with that money versus just vitamin C. But you do get a lot of benefits just from using the powder, and this is very cheap, very cheap.